ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. Now, what is inner voice? See, whenever the center speaks to the circumference for the first time, you will be in trepidation and cannot figure out what it is. You had never heard that voice before. You had never thought that somebody lived inside you. You became engaged with the voices that came from outside, parental voices, teachers' voices, priests' voices, etc. Once you have chosen a master, all else is no longer relevant. Mother, father, nothing is relevant. The master is bound to say to you, kill your father, mother, not literally but psychologically. And one day the master will have to say to you, now kill me too. That is what Buddha says. The master has to teach two things. First, to kill mother and father, teachers, priests, and one day he has to teach you to kill him also, so that you can go in absolute freedom. So the master is no longer a barrier. When for the first time the center speaks to you, there will be great turmoil, chaos, because all that was settled will be unsettled, and all that was established will be de-established. All that you are feeling secure about is no longer secure, and all that you are feeling as meaningful is no longer meaningful. When the depth speaks to surface, there is bound to be a great trepidation. See, there are moments when the old jumps up, tries to take possession. You will have a great chaos. When the voice from center is heard, you are divided into two worlds. You are torn apart, complete chaos. But if you are a man of meditation, only then will you be able to absorb that chaos and make some order out of disorder. See, there are people who say satsang is enough. We just want to be in your presence. And why meditation? See, they cannot be in the presence of master as they are not perfect act. Just sitting by the side of master is not real satsang, because you can think 1,001 thoughts sitting by the side of a master. Physically present but psychologically absent. That is not satsang. Unless your whole presence, I mean psychological presence, surround the masters, unless you are really here in the present moment with the master, connected, plugged in, only then there is satsang. But for that and to happen, you will have to go through meditations and contemplations, and people are lazy, my dear. They would like God as a gift. See, without even trying to become worthy of receiving it. So, Moses said he had to live. See, everyone in the town soon heard of this, and they said, poor Moses, he has gone mad. That is what is always said about a truth seeker or meditator. Remember, there are two modes of life, the action mode and the non-action mode. The action mode believes in action and the non-action mode believes in receptivity. Inquiring, contemplation, meditation is an inaction mode, and the world is full of people who live only in action mode. And the man who lives in the action mode cannot understand what is going on in the person who has entered into the non-action mode. Now, Mosud is entering into the non-action mode. My dear, this is revolution. This is renunciation. He has seen the world. He has acted in many ways. He has done many things. And now he knows that if he goes on doing those things, he will end up as an inspector of weights and measures. That no longer has any appeal for him. He wants to see, he wants to be, he wants to know that which is before death knocks him down. He wants to know something of the deathless. He risks. People are bound to think, poor Mozart, he has gone mad. But as there were many candidates for his job, they soon forgot him, and that is how it happens. If you renounce, if you escape, if you start moving into the non-action mode, for a few days they will think about you and then you will disappear from their thoughts, because there are always too many candidates for your place. When you die, immediately your place will be filled up. All that you have in the world, you have against others. They are just waiting for your death. You die, your house will be filled by somebody else. Your job will be filled by somebody else. Your bank balance will be in somebody else's name. They are just waiting. So soon they all forgot about him, that is Mosud. On the appointed day, Mosud met Khidr, who said to him, "Tear your clothes and throw yourself into the stream. Perhaps someone will save you." The words, one of great significance, many are told but only few listen. A master on the outside is nothing but a reflection of a Khidr. You cannot understand your own inner guide. Hence, the master on the outside is needed. When you have understood the inner master perfectly, then the outer master says, "If you meet me on the way, then kill me." The inner master is saying to him, "Tear your clothes and throw yourself into the stream. Perhaps someone will save you." There is no guarantee either. The inner master has not said anything about what is going to happen and why he should tear his clothes and throw himself into the stream. Why? There is no why. If you live with a master, there is no why. Only uh, only then are you with the master. The master always speak in that language of perhaps, because if the master says it is guaranteed, then you will not need trust. Then the guarantee will function as your trust. You will trust the guarantee and you will not trust the mysterious life and its mysterious processes. The master always says, perhaps. Nothing can be guaranteed and all remains open. That is why only those who can dare, who have the guts to dare enter into meditation, enter on the spiritual path. Moses did so and thrown himself into the stream. Since he could swim, he did not drown, but he drifted a long way before a fisherman hauled him up into his boat, saying, "Foolish man, the current is strong. What are you trying to do?" Since he could swim, if you jump into the stream, you will be able to swim, because swimming is a natural phenomena. One need not learn it. Master said, I am not talking about the outer stream and swimming. There you may be drowned. But I am talking about the stream of the inner consciousness, the stream of consciousness. If you jump into it, that is the parallel story that you have to decide. Have you ever seen any fish learning swim, my dear? No fish needs to be taught swimming. The fish is born there. Swimming is like breathing. Who has taught you breathing? And there is no need to be afraid. If you are ready to trust, to jump into the stream of your consciousness, you will know how to swim. At the most, it can happen that you may drift a long way before a fisherman hauls you up. You can at the more drift, that's all. You cannot be drowned, my dear. You belong to consciousness. You are part of that stream. The fisherman said, "Foolish man, the current is strong. What are you trying to do?" Just see the beauty of the answer. He does not really know what he is doing, because he has not been told for what for what. So he had not asked about the purpose. That is trust, my dear. That is going into the unknown. That is courage. I do not really know, he said. And he is true, he doesn't know. If you know and then you do something, it is not courage. If you know and then do something, it is not trust, as you are trusting your knowledge. You are mad, said the fisherman, but I will take you into my hut by the river and we shall see what can be done for you. When fisherman discovered that Moses was well spoken, he learned from him how to read and write. In exchange, Moses was given food and helped the fisherman with his work. So the inner master again appeared to Moses and said, "Get up now and leave the fisherman. You will be provided for." Now things are changing as Moses is trusting. Now Moses is not an ordinary man. The trust changed him and transformed him. He became courageous, brave, as he did not ask why. He knows how to love. He knows how to penetrate into the future without carrying the load of the past. So, whenever you are settling, the inner guide will unsettle you again. Whenever you are settling, the master will unsettle you again. This is because you are not to be allowed to settle anywhere before you reach God. Hence, constant unsettling. All are stations on the way. You can have an overnight stay, but by morning you have to leave. In the middle of night, the inner guide says, "Get up now and leave this fisherman." And it is always now with a master. It is never tomorrow. Moses simply quit the hut of fisherman at that instant. Dressed as a fisherman, he wandered and came to a highway. As dawn was breaking, he saw a farmer on a donkey on his way to market. Do you seek work? Asked the farmer. Because I need a man to help me bring back some purchases. Moses simply followed the farmer. That is how it happens in the inner journey. If you can trust, something or other will always happen and will help your growth. You will be provided for, my dear. Whatsoever is needed at a particular time will be given to you, never before it. You get it only when you need it, and there is not even a single moment delay. When you need it, you get it immediately, instantly. See, by and by, you learn the ways of how existence goes on providing for you, how existence goes on caring about you. You are not living in an indifferent existence. It does not ignore you. You are unnecessarily worried. All is provided for. Once you have the knack of knowing this, all worry simply disappears. You are unnecessarily worried. All is provided for once you have the knack of knowing this. So, all worry then disappears. So, we will continue in the next video. Thank you all.